Hi guys, it is Justin Church and I am back today to make another video. My first video that I've actually appeared in since May. So today's video is going to be my complete vinyl collection part 6. I've got a big stack right here and I'm going to show them off. Alright, so this is stuff that I've gotten since this whole coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic lockdown has started. So mid-March, since I've gotten these. So I'm going to start off with the one I got before the few that I got before the pandemic really took into place. I got 2 before things really got bad, before the entire country and world was locked down. But the first one I got here is an original US pressing of Thin Lizzy's Johnny the Fox from 1976. It's got this custom inner sleeve, nothing on the back. And it's on this Mercury label. Like I've shown some records that have this label in the past. Hopefully I don't have to fight with this for too. Well, this might, there we go. Just put it like that. Next up, we got a 2017 remaster of The Doors, Strange Days, in mono. This is a mono copy. For the 50th anniversary of the album 3 years ago, they did a mono remaster. It's on a 180 gram vinyl. Hold on. So it's got a reproduction of the original inner sleeve. It's just like a little bonus insert. It's got all the lyrics on this side. This picture here, I've already shown that. And here is the record itself. Back certain. It's on the tan Elektra label, and I don't know how. Oh yeah, you can see that pretty well. Yeah, see it says right there, mono. You can see, 180 gram. I'm not going to take every single record out, but there's a few I'm going to take out. I'll probably take a lot of them out of the thing, but not every single one. Ugh. Hold on, this is going to take a second. Come on, get in there. There we go. Next up, we got the 2019 Walmart exclusive reissue of Kiss Destroyer Resurrected on orange vinyl. Still in the shrink. Open, but still in the shrink. If I can get this out. Okay, we got that out. Now the sleeve. There we go. Okay, so first off, just like the original press from 2012, it comes with this thing. It's got this plain white inner. And like I said, it's on orange vinyl. And now, next month, they're going to be doing a reissue of Love Gun on orange vinyl with black splatters. It's going to be a Walmart exclusive, so that'll be pretty cool to get. That too is 180 gram vinyl like the Doors album was. This one will take a minute because I gotta fight to put this stuff back in. Alright, that was easy. And, oh, we're almost there. Hold on. Alright, sit back in there. Alright, next up we've got Kiss World, The Best of Kiss, 2019, original, black vinyl pressing. This is not the exclusive colored one. It's a double LP. It's got this gatefold here. And I'll just take one of the... It's got, that's the label. See this? You know what's weird is this came out in 2019. But if you look here, I don't know how well you can see it, but it says 2017 because I know that's when the album was originally released on CD in the UK, which I do have that copy, and I also have the CD copy that came out in America last January. So I've actually got that 2 days after it was released. The American one at Barnes & Noble, which is also where I got this. Alright, next up we have an original stereo 1965 pressing of Elvis Presley's Harem Scarum movie soundtrack. Thing is, a lot of people, this is arguably his worst movie ever. I saw it a couple weeks ago, and I actually thought it was pretty good. And the soundtrack's really good too. Favorite track on this is Kismet. And the funny thing is, this is an original copy, but it has this inner sleeve here from 1977. See, it's got Moody Blue and from Elvis Presley Boulevard and all those other ones. But see, it's an original here because this is the original record. And it does not have the bonus photo, unfortunately. I've got to try to get one of those for this copy. I've got to try to get the photo that comes with it. I should mention that a lot of these next records are going to be Elvis. There's a lot of Elvis today in this part of vinyl collection. There's a lot of Elvis. Mostly Elvis it's mostly Kiss and Elvis, but there's a lot of Elvis here. Next up is 1977 reissue of Elvis is Back. See, I'm not going to show all the records, but I will show part of the inner sleeve to prove. See, Moody Blue. It's got that sleeve. This was his first album he had made or recorded after he returned home from the army in 1960. But obviously this is not this 1960 copy. This is a 77 reissue. Next up we have a 1975 Pickwick copy of the movie soundtrack of Frankie and Johnny. This is missing a couple songs on here. That was in the original soundtrack, and the track listing is all mix matched, but pretty good album. Really like this album. Again, another movie that a lot of people I don't really think care for, but I really like this movie. I saw it a couple weeks after I got this, and it was a pretty good movie. It was on the pier. I can show you Pickwick quickly. I don't have any other Pickwick albums to show. Well, alright. He's got the Pickwick inner sleeve. Well, that's ripping. Hold on. I got this at an antique store over the summer too, I should say. This is so it's not in the best shape. The record's pretty good, but see, it's a Pickwick. If I have to fight with this one, I'll do it after, but if I can get it right in, no problems, then good. This one might try. No, maybe it won't. Hold on. Alright, this one didn't try to fight, which is good. Sometimes I've done a fight with this one, but it went right in. Alright, next up we have a 1984 reissue of Elvis's second album. This is on the 50th anniversary label. It's restored to mono, digitally remastered. It says it right there on the back cover. And I'll show this one because, well, we don't have any other 50th anniversary releases to show today. See, it's on the 50th anniversary label from the 80s. There we go. Next up, we have a upgraded copy to Moody Blue Elvis. If you remember, my other copy has duct tape down on the bottom, and it does not come with the original inner sleeve, but this one does. See, it doesn't have Moody Blue on advertised on this one. It has the Sun Sessions instead of Moody Blue right there, which I also have that album. If you want to go check out one of my complete vinyl collection videos from 2018, it's in there somewhere. I can't remember which one though, but it's in one of them, and it's on blue vinyl, just like the first copy I had. Well, I still have that. I didn't get rid of it, but this is a better copy. This was found at a flea market. And so was these next couple ones. But this one right here I got is actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool find. And I got it for dirt cheap too. I got it for like $3 and it's actually a really cool find. So this next album I gotta show is a 1964 mono copy of Elvis's Christmas album in the original plastic with a Sears price tag or hype tag, whatever you call that. See, original from the 60s. And it's got the original shrink wrap. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, it's the original. Well, this isn't an original. I have an original, but this isn't an original copy of the Christmas album. But it's got the original shrink wrap. And it says Monorail on it, the bottom of it. Let's see if I can bring it in. Yep, there it is. I paid $3 for this. I couldn't believe it. This one might battle me a little bit, so let's get it back in there. Alright, come on. See, some of these like to battle. But nope, I got it now. I went to the same flea market 2 times in 1 week last month. So those first two were from the first time I went that week. The flea market's about 45 minutes away from my house too. So these two I got on the same day. And then the next 3 I got the next day. Or the next time I went to the flea market, which was later in the week. I went early in the week at first, then I got those 2. And then these next 3 I got later in the same week. Same flea market, 45 minutes away from my house. But anyways, we got a mono copy of the Elvis that happened at the World's Fair movie soundtrack, original 1963. I actually have not seen this movie yet, but will eventually. It does have the original inner sleeve, but I'm not going to try to pull it out because it's going to be a battle. But you can see it's just got his discography on that side and then 45 EPs on that side. But this is an LPM copy, so that means that's in mono because LSP is stereo, which that's the catalog number for this album, LPM 2697. That's how you can tell it's in mono. Next up I have this 45 of Elvis Tell Me Why with Blue River. Tell Me Why. Blue River. 1965. I paid 75 cents for it. Next up, we got an original US pressing, and obviously in stereo, of Kiss Destroyer. This is the first pressing. This is an upgrade to the copy I had, because if you remember the one I did a year and a half ago, the complete vinyl collection, I had a first pressing, but if you remember, the cover was kind of beat up and it had the name John up here. I still have that copy, obviously, but this is an upgrade. Except for right here, there's this huge tear on the back, but other than that, this is an upgraded copy. And I have proof that this is the first press. So the sleeve was printed sideways. I don't know if that was a misprint or if they were meant to be like that, but this sleeve is pressed sideways. And see, here it is, blue label. This is the first press. Blue label with the smoking cigar guy. We have a little bit left. Not too much. I think about like 5 or 10 left. We don't have too much. But they actually have some cool ones that are not a part of this collection. But I'll show you in a minute. You can actually kind of see it in the background. But one of them in the background. But I have a couple to show that are in this collection. All right, next up we have the 2014 reissue of Ace Frehley's solo album. Yeah, nice that is. I needed an upgrade of this, even though this is my least favorite of the 4 solo albums. I really do not like this album that much. I still had to get it because, well, A, I need the 4 solo albums and the reissues, and B, I'm trying to collect all the 2014 reissues, and I needed an upgrade, so. And it does have the poster. Well, it does. I have the poster, but it's actually hanging up on my wall over there. So I won't be able to show it. I could show it. Maybe I'll show it after if I remember. See, it's got the inner sleeve like the original ones did. And it's got the custom Ace Frehley logo or label, whatever you call that. And it should say, yeah, 2014. It's a 180 gram. I like the coloration. Oh, crap, I'm ripping the sleeve more. Yep, I might have to try to glue that back together. The sleeve just ripped when I was putting the record back in. I didn't do it far enough, so the sleeve tore a little bit. I may try to put some dabs of glue back on it and try to glue it back together. But here it is. Alright, these next couple finds are actually pretty cool too. So next up, I have a original 1977 Canadian pressing of Love Gun. See if on the back here it says all that Canadian stuff. And this is actually pretty cool because if I can get to it, yep, I found it. Well, it has the original inner sleeve, but it's torn just about completely in half. And it's also got the order form. It's used, it doesn't have the original envelope, but it's still cool that I have the order form in here because I don't have any copies of Love Gun without the order form. Funny thing is, we traveled about an hour to go to this certain record store just to see what they have and trade in some records that my grandmother had that she didn't want. But I found this. And I mainly bought it because it had the order form in it. I didn't even realize it was a Canadian copy until after I got out of the record store. But I was looking at the back here, and I saw all this stuff that was not on the American one. I ended up seeing Made in Canada. I was like, oh, it was a Canadian copy. That makes it even better. But yeah, the record itself is in this plain white inner sleeve. I bought it with the sleeve. But yeah, here's the label. The custom Kiss logo label. Hold on, I am parched. I need a sip of water, but let me put this back first. I have allergies, so my throat's kind of scratchy. So I need a sip of water. Hold on. A little better. Alright, hold on. This one might take a minute or two because I gotta put all this extra stuff away. Hold on, that's torn down there. There it is. Okay, we only have a couple left, not too many left to show. All right. Love Gun, Canadian copy. All right, next up we have a 1977 reissue of the Elvis movie soundtrack, Loving You. And I have seen this movie a few times. Good movie of his. It's an electronically reprocessed stereo effect reprocessed from Monophonic. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I prefer these echoey electronic fake stereo copies of these albums from the 50s. They sound better and I think it's given them a new life, personally. But see, it's got the inner sleeve with the Moody Blue, so this is a 1977, and it's also on that label. So I'll show. I guess I can show because not too many left. See, it's got that dog label. They started reusing these again in 77 after using the orange and tan labels for X amount of years. They went back to that black nipper label. So that's the way you can tell it's a 77 reissue. Right, these are pretty cool too. Next up I have this 45 EP of one of the parts of the King Creole movie soundtrack, Elvis. I'm not exactly sure which part it is. I'd have to look up the catalog number after EPA 4321 actually. So if anybody knows that, you can tell me in the comments, but I'll probably have already looked it up. So I'll probably look it up after this video if I remember. But yeah, I see it's an EP. It's got two group songs. You can see that extra groove there. That's not usually in a 45. I got another 45 EP of Elvis. It's EPA 992 Volume 1. This is his second album. 1956 original. Let's see. Whoop, wrong side. It's got the EPA. Ugh. Track listing on this one is Rip It Up, Love Me, When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold Again, and Paralyzed. Best song on the album is Paralyzed. So yeah, side 1 is Rip It Up and Love Me, and then side 2 is When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold Again and Paralyzed. Right, next up we have another 1977 stereo reprocessed monophonic from Monophonic reissue of 50 Million Elvis Fans Can't Be Wrong. I found this at an antique store. These next three I actually found together about 3 to 4 weeks ago. See, it's got that Moody Blue. We're just about done because we have 3 more records to show. Next up, 1977 reissue of Elvis NBC TV special. This is actually in mono, which is weird because they're putting all the albums out in stereo at this point. So it's weird that this one was in mono. But see the same thing. It's got that inner sleeve with the Moody Blue album. Alright, next up we have original US 1979 copy of Kiss Dynasty. This was found at the antique store too. I got this one like 3-4 weeks ago with those other 2 Elvis albums. Not in the best shape. Whoop, something just came out. Oh, piece of old tape. Put that over there for now. This sleeve had duct tape on it, but it was coming off because it was getting old. So I re-scotch taped it together. I think this was I kind of got a little ripped off with this one because it's not in the greatest shape. The record is warped. Ugh. I didn't realize it at the time, but obviously there was no money back because it was an antique store, so I'm stuck with it. Unless I wanted to sell it, which I'm not. Whatever, I don't really care. They had 3 Kiss albums there. They had this one, Rock and Roll Over, and Love Gun. And I already have a oodles bunch of Rock and Roll Over. Love Gun was $30, which I was not paying $30 for anything at an antique store. Anyways, I had just gotten the Canadian copy of it like a week before. So this one was my next best one because I didn't really want another copy of Rock and Roll Over right this second. I didn't even have any of the inserts, not even the original inner sleeves. So I was like, nope. So I picked up this one instead because I couldn't leave without picking up one of them. Alright, now we're on the final record. The final record to show today is this 1980 UK copy of Elvis, Santa Claus is Back in Town, with I Believe. See, they've got these 1981 calendars advertised. This one's actually pretty cool, 45. It's got this little center hole here. This is was released around the same time when they re-released this Elvis Christmas album in the UK in 1980 with this cover here. They use the same cover, but obviously it said Elvis's Christmas album, but this just says Santa Claus is back in town, I believe. And this weird custom little Elvis label. I've seen 45s like this before, but never owned one. So I don't need that little piece that goes in the middle on the turntable. But I play this one. Alright, that is it. My complete vinyl collection. That was stuff I had gotten from March till about 3 weeks ago, beginning of this month. Alright, that's right. Yes, I have 2 other records I want to show. Hold on. So, I got these ones over the summer. Like I said, they weren't in the collection because they're actually hanging on the wall. The first one I want to show is this 1956 original 78 shellac RPM of The Drifters, Ruby Baby. Yeah, you can see that. I don't know what the flip side is because I hung it up on the Ruby Baby side. That was actually my great-grandparents', but my grandmother had given it to me over the summer. And then I found this at an antique store in the town next town over from me. Kiss Alive 2, Disc 2. I have it hanging up on side 3. It had no cover, or the second record was not included. It was just that by itself. I paid $3 for it, so I said, what the hell? Why not? And then also, well, I'm thinking of it too. The Ace poster that came in that 2014 reissue right there. Alright, that is it for this video. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Alright, bye.